back to our podcast. I am here Shravana and my co-host Yogesh Desai. We are going to represent a unique topic today, that is urban waste management. This topic is touching each of every city of our India and each and every household of our India.
Thank you, Hiran, for the introduction. So, I would like to give a short intro about the current situation in India in urban waste management, which will be India is currently producing the 45 million of tons of urban waste yearly, and it will go up to 165 million of tons till 2030. So, this is the situation in India. So, we have to address this issue. We are inviting the panel members of six to discuss the innovations and challenges in the urban waste management. So I would like to start the part.
So with that, let's welcome our first speaker, Miss Saili Sali. So Miss Saili, in today's situation, so many cities have taken initiatives for urban waste management systems. So, can you start giving us one example about it?
One of the perfect examples in India can be Indore, as it is one of the cleanest cities and is repeatedly ranked again and again. The people over there are also coordinating with the municipal corporations. They have used Swachh Survekshan Yojana, where proper initiative from both the government as well as the local people have been done.
So, is there any also reference example for which is globally established?
Yes, San Francisco is one of the perfect example, as we can say they have used zero waste strategy, where complete analysis of the waste is done and where the waste should be dumped. This has caused their reduce in landfill numbers.
Thank you, Ms. Saili, for the information. So, Mr. Others, so in while we taking the urban waste management, it is important to segregate the waste before the its processing. So, how will you address this issue?
Okay, I would like to give you an example on this. There are many good examples in India itself. I will say one best example is coming from Pune itself. There, what has happened is the Swachh cooperative has integrated the local waste pickers with them for the waste collection. So, how it's working is like the waste collectors directly segregate the waste into like the recyclable, non-recyclable. So, the overall cost of this segregation is like reduced because they are only segregating the waste. So they are working. They both are working in collaboration, and I will also say that this has created an employment for them for the local waste pickers. So this is a model that is like upcoming in Pune, which I feel is very new and unique.
That was so interesting. Like many of the countries has been implemented new initiatives. For instance, we can take the city Seoul. They have implemented a new program called pay as you thrown system. Their people get paid how much they generate the non-recyclable waste.
Yeah. So like as Sai Deepak told, like as less you are like generating waste from your houses, so you will have to pay less for the maintenance cost. So that is also a very good model that like we need to consciously generate waste from our house.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Adarsh. With that, let's go ahead with Mr. Sai Deepak. So, Mr. Sai Deepak, as you mentioned in earlier example, there is a technology involved in the system. So, in today's scenario, technology is changing lots of sectors. So, how this technology is getting involved with urban waste management? Please elaborate with good examples.
See, in Bharat, technology is playing a very important major role in urban waste management. For example, many metropolitan cities like Visakhapatnam, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, these all are implementing monitoring systems in their garbage trucks. For this case, I have taken city Visakhapatnam. They have implemented the digital twin as well as the monitoring systems into the garbage trucks, in which they can measure the operator's efficiency, and they also which they can reduce the fuel and reduce the cost. By this, they have implemented new systems like three dustbin system like dry waste and hazardous materials, in which the wet waste like vegetable waste, and these are the waste which is recycled and make it as a compost, and which is used as a manure. It is one of the sustainable product, and also the hazardous materials like the medical equipments like injection. These are the things which is incinerated, and also these incinerated material which is used for the landfills in the infrastructure projects. As the Visakhapatnam is an upcoming legislative capital for the Andhra Pradesh, there is so much of construction and demolition waste has been generating. By this construction and demolition waste, they are used as a sustainability to maintain sustainability. They are also doing like paver blocks with that construction demolition waste. They are using these paver blocks, curbs, and shoulders. These are the materials they have using it as a products. And coming to the global example, like there is a city named Barcelona. They are using a smart sensor dustbin systems, in which the authorities can know that until the dustbins are filled, we came to know that we should send the vehicle and we should take up the dust and these other things.
Actually, that's a very interesting thing which you are talking about,
Yes.
Mr. Sadipak, as this system is known as the integrated waste management system. And this what happen is the waste is been taken and has been separated and by automatically, so it reduces the cost of the process in which the incineration process.
Yes.
What happens in this, the waste, the whole waste is taken without segregation to the plant and then it is being burned, which is reducing, which is increasing so much of pollution and the heat also, and also there are chances of increasing of global warming also. So these are the very much useful tactics which we are talking about in the Barcelona.
Thank you, Saidipak, to explain the technology in the waste management as you give some examples which will adapt the new technologies. So, is there are any cities who adapt the waste to energy technology? So, Mr. Sresh, so do you suggest any examples which will adapt this type of technology?
Actually, I would like to give you two examples. So, talking about the global level, the countries like Scotland has initiated with their new integrated waste management system. In this, they are even producing heat after the process, obviously, and then the heat is been transferred to various the houses nearby. So that's a global example.
So, as you mentioned the global examples, but you mentioned few examples from India. So, what are the challenges which will India are facing to adopt this technology?
Actually, due to the overpopulation, the population which has been increased in India, the waste is also been increasing. So day by day, thus it can affect the burning process or the waste management process in India. That's the very much thing I think it will be problematic in India. And also the awareness among the Indians are very much low, because we have to tell them about the dry waste and wet waste. So these are some of the challenges which we are facing in India right now.
That's where proper segregation becomes very important.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shreyas Kate. So, Mr. Yas, as you mentioned, the segregation at the source is very important for the recycling of the waste. So, you have best examples, I guess, for
Yes.
all this.
Of course.
Yes.
So, talking about recycling, recycling is a very crucial step for achieving the environment-friendly society, or we can say pollution-free environment. We can take the example of Ahmedabad. In Ahmedabad, they collect the plastic garbages, they process the garbages, and then after that they mix the garbage with the bitumen, which is used in the road construction projects. So this type of recycling gives us two benefits. First, that reduction of garbage waste, and second is increasing durability of road construction, as well as lowering the maintenance cost. If we talk about global level, City of Amsterdam is a global leader of achieving the circular economy system, in which unlike traditional ways like means producing, using and disposing, they just recycle, refurbish and replace we can say the waste. And in construction projects also, after the useful span of building, they reuse the materials which can be processed and reused. In this way, they lower the percentage of their garbage.
So great.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Yash. So, as Mr. Suresh mentioned that for adapting the new challenges, so community plays the important role as you mentioned. So, Mr. Rushikesh, could you give some examples about the how community involvement will be plays important role in management, waste management?
Yes, it is important. That approach works best when the citizens are actively participating, and also it is absolutely essential. The great Indian example is Alappuzha, and after depending heavily on the landfills, the cities are promoting household compositions, and they are decentralizing the waste processing system. People understand their role, how to separate the wet and dry waste at their home. A small action from every house creates a big impact on the cities, which is also used for our cities, which can be impactful.
Hence, the conclusion is citizens should be educated properly
Yeah,
regarding
should
how
be.
to manage the waste.
Everybody should contribute together.
So with that, we end our today's podcast. So in this podcast, we see that how each and every component of urban waste management system is important. It is as much as important of a government role, same the public role and the technology's innovation.
Thank you everyone once again to share your informative thoughts and insightful information.
Thank you for
Thanks
inviting
a lot
us.
to you too for inviting us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.